Sagittarius. Hi, everybody. My name's Kelly. Welcome here. So we're going to be doing a little spread. This is for the week whenever you see this, Saggy. Yeah, and I pulled some oracles already. Just to get started and sit in the energy and stuff. But we're going to be doing like a past, present, and future. Get some advice from your higher self and lower self. It's going to be lots of fun. So grab a drink, you guys. Hi, welcome to my channel, everybody. I'm so grateful to have you here. All right, Sagittarius, we're just going to pull right now past energies. Past energy, spirit team. Thank you to my guides and your guides, future or present energies. This is a safe space to come in. Thank you, guides. Thank you, love team. We cannot do this without my spiritual team. I'm ever so blessed to have this connection and to feel all the presence of everybody's energy. And I thank you with so much gratitude for being here. Okay, so more present energy. Ooh, looks like a good reading. Ooh, I just got chills. We did have the oracles, so I'll get to it. Future. Nice. Okay. All right. Overall energy, and we will clarify everything. The King of Pentacles. So this is about your stability. This could be about a job or something in the material world, a house, anything that's material. This is an overall energy of your stability is what I'm hearing, Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius Venus, by the way. So my love is in Sagittarius. I love that. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to be doing the past, present, future. The first oracle that came out is Coyote Spirit. And it says, show humor, laughter is your medicine. But what I know with the Coyote Spirit is that the coyote can be a little bit trickery energy, meaning like you could be self-sabotaging yourself. You know, there could be an energy of, let's read it. Let me read it. I'm being called to. Let's read that real quick. Let's see if I can find it quickly. If we can. Spirit time. There we go. Oh, 111 is the page. Oh my goodness. So that's a good sign. That's like there's a fresh new beginning right here on the way. Ooh, I got chills on that one. So let me see how long this is. We have symbolism. Let's get the guidance of the card. When the coyote appears in the reading, it is encouraging you to show greater humor. You may feel someone is playing you, but you don't need to make a big deal of it. Instead, try to be open-minded, mind to the to it. Change your point of view now. The coyote can also point to a form of self-sabotage. Yes, that's what I was picking up. Perhaps you have fallen back into bad habits. If you are facing disappointments or setbacks, laughter will help you affect change more easily. The coyote's presence also invites you to check whether you might be deceiving yourself or telling yourself stories. And that's what I was kind of picking up. So I'm glad they directed me to the right area there. So what I'm feeling like is like we all do this. We all sabotage. Like things could be going on in your life here, Sagittarius, where you're telling yourself a story about it. And maybe it's not as good as you think, or somebody's treating you badly and you're allowing it. And you're not really doing something about it. But we will see more about this. But laughter is the key, right? So it might be something that's not so serious, and it's something that you can look at and take a laugh, take a laugh, take a laugh about it. And then we had dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So there's definitely something about, dignity and not self-sabotaging yourself or telling some kind of story here. But so with those two cards right there, let's go into your past energies. Where are we? Right here. We have the Fool card. We have the Fool, we have this Chariot, okay, and we have the Ten of Pentacles, okay. So this could have to do with family, or this could have to do with whatever that you're loving in life. This is you building and trying to create something of happiness here. This is happiness in every area, and I think you're really trying to align to it. You're doing, there could have been like a new direction, the sudden change, I'm hearing with this Fool card. Like you had this breath of, like, I don't know, like it's like a fresh step. You had some kind of faith, some kind of fresh step, some kind of will and courage I'm feeling with this Chariot, that you were moving towards whatever this happiness were. You were like, you know what? I don't know. You're like it's like you're naive. Maybe you're being naive about something with that Fool card. Or maybe somebody is making you look like a fool, because we read in that Coyote spirit. So there could have been somebody that was making you look like a fool, or you felt like a fool, but it was you taking a step towards something. You were, had to have the will and courage and to leave something behind, because the Chariot leaves a burning city behind, okay? And that's something there. We will clarify it, but I am picking up this energy. It could be with family. It could be with something that you were working on, building. It could have been a project. This really, I kind of resonate with this. Anyway, we will see. So in the present energy, we have the Justice card with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. And it's okay. So I feel like just story came to my head. In the past energies, I'm just talking, and this doesn't have to be a relationship, but this could be anything, a job, a relationship, something that you were putting in, all this energy and effort and love and heart. It's like you putting in your soul into something. So you add that part in, Saggy, whatever that part was. But you were putting in, and it wasn't working out. There was like, it wasn't working out. Something happened. Somebody betrayed you. Something happened where this Coyote spirit, or somebody did something and you didn't look at it. That's also self-sabotage, something like that. I'm picking up this energy. It's like you didn't really look, you ignored what was being put in your face, and it was like, so you saw really what was going on. And I guess that's why they're saying choose laughter, or you know what I mean, the Fool card coming out, because it's like you had to be a fool. You had to choose just to laugh at yourself and say, you know what, we live and learn, right? There's something about that energy, and it's because you really are this wise sage. You are very connected to God and magic. You understand about energy. I'm talking about a Sagittarius that is very spiritual, or understands and knows God. You know what I mean? Like you understand about energy and magic. You do. And yeah, we have release guilt right there. Oh my God. Okay. This is fairies orders. Oh, see, the magic is ordering you. You have fairies, you have dragons, supernatural. Yeah, you're very spiritual. The fairies are ordering you to rest, replenish, and release guilt at this time too. But that's what, in the past energy, it was like you had something that you had to deal with and it wasn't good. But in the present energy, it's brought you to some kind of justice, like some scales of karmic justice are being balanced out. Like you're getting this fresh new opportunity, because I don't either. There's something with teamwork, and there's something about going up levels. So maybe now, I don't know. I was picking up the story. Okay, you have a boyfriend, and you guys were really arguing, and you're supposed to get married, because this is my married card, and you guys have a commitment, but he keeps doing something, and you keep kidding yourself that he's not doing it, and you're telling yourself, oh my God, you're ignoring it, and you're being the fool, and you're being like the coyote and self-sabotaging yourself because why Sage, okay? You know deep inside that what this is happening isn't right. And so like you were like, yeah, you didn't you ignored it. There was something about you ignoring and telling yourself stories. But then we come into the present moment because something happened here. You somehow release guilt. You somehow, the fairies and the magic and the unseen spiritual team came in to provide some kind of, because in the present moment we have the Justice, the Three of Pentacles, and that Hierophant. And this is you really establishing a better team within yourself. Yeah, a better team within yourself. So cause and effect. If you take care of yourself, love yourself, right, instead of telling yourself stories about it, you're going to get what's real. You're going to get the blessing that comes with that. You have to love yourself, right, and you have to work as a team together with yourself, with your higher self, with your unseen spiritual team is what I'm picking up here, Saggy, but we will clarify all that. So, and that's why, like, we have Amber Dawn, Rewild. You're rewriting everything. Rewild, Druid, Tree Keeper, perception versus reality. See? There was something that you were, and this is Amber. Amber is very detoxifying, and it's also very ancient. It holds so much ancient wisdom. That's why you're the sage. It keeps coming out that you are so powerful here, Sagittarius, with all this is prehistoric. You know what I mean? Amber is from the resin out of trees. So this is ancient wisdom. That's why they're saying the Druid, Tree Keeper. So you hold some kind of knowledge within you. I'm telling you. Let's read that one. I'm being called to, so let's do it really quick. If I can find it. I keep reading them. I usually don't do that, you guys. Whatever. Okay. Oh. What is it? I see it. 65. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, Amber is the light of the golden age, a time when we knew our divinity and felt that close connection to all that is. Yeah. We were unified and lived through the heart. Amber wishes to bring back the light of the golden ages through reactivating cellular memory, helping you remember genetic lessons passed through your ancestry, and supporting you to clearing family patterns. This does have to do with the family here. I picked that up with that 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. So you are wanting to come back to the age of goodness, You're wanting that, and I can see that with this. You're wanting to get married, and you're wanting to have a relationship, and teamwork makes the dream work, and you're wanting justice in that area, I think, Sagittarius. So, but we have here in the future energies, we do have a coming together of a celebration. Could be friends, or you celebrating this life within you. You activated this own life within yourself, right? So this is, this is actually out with the old, in with the new. And there was a wake-up call. So maybe that boyfriend wasn't the right person for you, the story of. So put that boyfriend, it could be a job, it could be something here, whatever this issue is, okay, Saggy? But maybe they weren't good for you. And so that's why you're having in the future energies a major wake-up call. It's like maybe something's coming back from the past. They're saying, you have to grab a hold of this inspiration and community. You have to. So out with the old, in with the new is the energy of the Ace of Wands. So it's like, you had to do something. It's like work. He's working right there. You have to do work to work with a team. You can't rise up levels, a hierophant and get blessings if you're not doing the work. So somebody wasn't doing the work here. And there's something about you coming to this, it being inspired and realizing it, So I'm not sure who that one is for, but I mean, it's for all of you, but the meaning doesn't have to be a boyfriend, is what I'm saying. But let's clarify these energies. I'm interested to see more. Because I'm just saying that meaning of the boyfriend could be like an old way of being, you telling yourself something. It's like you're wanting to go back to a simpler time, and spirit saying, is this, perception versus your reality? Is it real? You know what I mean? There's something about this, whatever that is for you. It could be a story you're telling yourself here, Sagittarius. It could be a person, or it could be something, you're wanting to achieve, and spirit saying, that's up to you, how we bring this in together, but let's clarify all this. Let's clarify that Fool card. Spirit tame. This is the Muse Tarot, and this is the Everyday Tarot. Let's clarify that Fool. Yeah. Page of Cups. Page of Emotions, in the Muse. But see, this is you really having a new opportunity to take a fresh start and really get straight in your heart here. Like you had to face some truth, you had to like look like a fool, and you had to get back into heart centered, go down in the depths of yourself, of the emotions. That's why it's emotions there. Page of Emotions. You had to reevaluate some kind of emotions. Maybe it was some, a way that you were being self-sabotaging to yourself, or what I mean, not maybe you're taking things too seriously, and not having enough laughter. Not, laughter is the medicine, right? So maybe you were looking at everything as like a trickery, instead of like, this was maybe God, showing me a life lesson. Oh, my light went out. Oh well, it'll just keep going now. Anyway, so that's what I'm picking up, okay? I think it was something that you were faced with, obviously, here. So let's see what that Chariot, and that's you getting up the willpower and aligning. It's like you had to leave that burning city. You had to have the willpower to do it, whatever that burning city is. Okay, you guys, whether it's a boyfriend, a job, a way of being, a way of thinking, this has to do with family, both these energies. That's Cancer energy, which is very family oriented. So I'm really picking up like it's a person or a family member or something like this. Something that's anyway. Let me see. That was challenging for you. Two of Voices. See? It was an indecision that you were having. You didn't know which way to go. Yeah. Is it, I know what he's doing, to say the boyfriend theory. I know what he's doing, but I want to get here. I don't know how to get here. I can't see it. So you couldn't see how to move, You couldn't see what was in your heart. You couldn't see, maybe it was a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example. Could have been anything that you needed the willpower and be able to leave. It was something that was, you were lying to yourself about it, and that's why this versus perception versus reality, is how you were perceiving something, or was it your true reality? There's something here you weren't aligned with. So this is you building that 10 of Pentacles. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. You have it twice, so Spirit's meaning it. This definitely has to do with the team, you feeling like you're a part of a team, you expressing yourself or being seen. I just heard that. There's something about you being seen, that it was very important to be seen and heard, and it is for all of us. We all need to put our heads together, right? That's a funny spirit. So this is definitely about you building something here with a team, and whether this is a business, business, whether this is an idea, you put all that in, it has, only take what resonates, you guys. This is you building and leaving a legacy, but you need a team to do it. Sometimes, we're kidding ourselves if we think we can do it all alone. Sometimes we need to bring in a team here. There's something about that, this energy here. And there's something about you really, what is, releasing some kind of guilt and realizing and remembering who you are, Sagittarius. You're this beautiful dragon, iridescent, gorgeous, freaking crystalline line looking magical creature, supernatural. You are an ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will, Sagittarius. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. See, you already have the powers within you. Let's clarify that, Justice. You have the world. But look at that. You having that power and truth, that truth of who you are in your hands, so that you can really get completion here and have a whole new world, right? Sagittarius, Aladdin. We're trying to get you out of fantasy. That's right. No, it's you believing in the magic, you believing in the magic of yourself, you creating that world by the truth that you have. Yes. You creating the world by the truth that you have. And that's what we're trying to get you. And you're wanting to get into this age of, old, you know what I mean? What did they say again? Like more golden age, like the 50s, like something more simple and something more wholesome is what I'm picking up. I'm not sure who that one is for, but there's something about this. You're just creating your world, whether that's a business, a person, I'm not sure. This is you having that team to do it. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Yeah, this is the Emperor. See, you're really trying, this is leadership. You're really trying to build your empire here. You are. And it's like you really need to be in harmony with yourself. You really need to be bossing up Aries energy, taking action, being in harmony, being ready to go to handle whatever comes your way. So the Emperor, he's building his empire, but he's also ready at any moment whenever anything comes his way. So this is you choosing, being the Emperor enough to choose and lead and build your team here. So you having those tools, it's about mastery. And they talked about it, mastery right here. Mastery is your destiny. And this is a mastery card also, the Three of Pentacles. So there's something about that. You just really being a leader, leading the way, building a team here and building a mastery. This harmonic flow is what I'm picking up. And I'm loving that. Let's clarify that, Hierophant. Yeah, the devil. See? You are mastering anything, any chains that are binding you, any illusions. This is spiritual here. This is you getting a blessing because of doing the inner work here. This is Capricorn energy. So this is you really, you're trying to build something. This could be a business, but this is you really being able to balance. What are they saying? This is you having the keys to the material world. Because the Hierophant is the bridge from heaven to earth, and then the devil is material. This is Capricorn energy. It's earthly energy. So it's you having the abilities, the keys, the answers, the blessings to the material world. And you've gotten it through this. You've had to go through this process. So whatever this was, this alchemy, this transmutation, this mastery, this releasing guilt and replenishing, believing in magic again, stepping into the supernatural, really being able to have laughter is the medicine, and knowing that, being able to laugh at the foolish things that we do, and really being able to have a full completion and leading our way through any challenge is what I'm picking up. Great energy. So let's clarify that Three of Cups. There you are, Muse of Materials, King of Materials, getting stable, baby. Stable Mabel all the way and going towards your truth, your destiny. This is it. And look at the abundance, the flourish of the flowers and the abundance. It's you're taking your rightful passage to happiness, to community, to unity, to happiness here, to abundance. What's that? Yeah, to materials, to balance, right? You getting centered and getting balanced here, having both good of both worlds is what I heard. The two, it being able to come back to you, come back around to you. Beautiful energy. So let me clarify that Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands, there we go. You being able to take something that wasn't so good and make it positive. You really stepping into this loving, compassionate energy. You can think on your feet. You can create. You're getting into this creator energy. You're using the ancient abilities and the ancient wisdom. Wisdom, again, wise sage. Wisdom and the pyramids, ancient, and there's a leopard there. Isn't that the fastest creature on the planet? So there's something about something coming in very fast. You're going to have a glow up here, Sagittarius. This is your energy. Sorry, this is Sagi's energy right here in the minors. Wow, look at you. You're going to have a glow up. Sagittarius, this is an outwardly glow up, okay? Because you're doing so much of the inner work. You're going to just glow. You're going to look beautiful. You're going to be happy. You're going to attract the abundance that you deserve. And that was clarifying that beautiful Ace of Wands. This is this out with the old dull version of Sag and in with the new one, male or female, it doesn't matter. You're going to be on fire, baby. You're going to be creating and you're going to be full. This is great energy. You have woke up, Judgment. Let's get to clarify it. Yeah. Like a bridge over troubled waters. Sagittarius. Got me singing over here. You had a major wake-up call and you become your own bridge. I'm telling you, you had this Hierophant too. Remember the bridge from heaven to earth? But it's like you have really woke up to who you really are. And now that energy of a higher vibrations is going to bring in all your manifestations. Like a judgment call was made, baby. Archangel Gabriel, do, 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 do. You did the inner work. You're going to feel like spirit's got your back, like they're helping you out so much more easier. It's going to be an easier cycle coming up here, Saggy. It's going to be good. Whatever this dilemma was, you had to go through it to get to this, get to this breakthrough but let's get a card from your higher self, advice from your higher self and your shadow self. There you go. Oh my God. Follow your heart. Follow your wishes. That's from your higher self. Your higher self is saying, follow your heart. Everything, anything you want to know, all the answers are in your heart. It's like a genie. So you have to step in through meditation into your heart to get whatever answers, to listen to your higher self, to hear your higher self, go into meditation, quiet your mind and get the answers through your heart. Oh my gosh, beautiful. I love that. I love that. Saggy's lower self, our shadow self, 2 of Cups. You have love coming in. This is your shadow self is saying you are in full partnership. This is you and your higher self. So your shadow self is talking about you and your higher self. To partner up with your higher self, to follow the love out of your heart, right? So your shadow is saying there's a balance coming out of your shadow being able to love again. There's something about this of not being hidden, acknowledged again. So when you acknowledge both aspects of yourself, right? Look at is that Oh, what do you call it? That's not angelfish, is it? Are they? I'm not sure what they called. I thought it was angelfish. I thought, oh, how sweet is that? Anyway, but this is like deep emotions pairing. This is you and your higher self coming in together because you guys have been really in mastery and you're mastering the art of this life through your heart chakra here, through the things that you love. You're mastering fulfillment by really embracing and becoming love. That's what they're saying. I don't know, but you could that partner, that one, there really could be a real soulmate that's coming for you, okay, if you really did the work here. Remember the perception versus reality. What you feel is of, rewild, druid, tree keeper, what the wisdom that you know and hold within yourself. You know it. You just have to go and listen, right? So this is you going back to those ancient wisdom, going back to the knowledge within you, okay? And knowing that magic is there. And don't trick yourself. Don't self sabotage yourself by listening to those and telling yourself tricky stories, okay? Do not do that, Saggy. This is about you becoming this energy, Queen of Wands, becoming yourself, really like glowing from the inside out. You will attract everything that you want. And the Queen of Wands looks up with positivity always. So I love you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, you can hit that like button and join the tribe. Come join the tribe with me. I would love to have you there. I will see you really soon. Okay, Sag. Bye.